Hello everybody, welcome to Let's Play Jet Set Radio HD. I'm sporting a journey wallpaper and theme. Get that game now. Don't even watch my playthrough, just get the game. Anyways, enough of my promotion of other people's products, because I'm totally not going to ever get paid for that. I'm disappointed there isn't any kind of fancy... whatever. Onwards we go. So naturally, with me being such a fan of Jet Set Radio Future, I kind of had to get this game once it was released. I'd actually played this game on the original Dreamcast beforehand, and of course seen plenty of gameplay of it. But God, do I have to say the gameplay was just so clunky, and damn, did I like Jet Set Radio Future a lot more. I prefer them using Jet Set Radio Future as well, but that's more of a personal taste thing. I think it can generally be agreed that the controls for this game are pretty awkward. It's at least a lot easier though with the PS3. I find that it's... oh my god, loud! Okay. This is why you always check your volume before changing your output settings. I had to change my output settings on my PS3 to record with my Dazzle. I think most will agree though that, I think part of the problem though was just the Dreamcast controller itself. I heard you the first time, shut up. I also like how this game is actually called Jet Set Radio instead of Jet Grind Radio, because Jet Grind Radio as a title just didn't actually make sense story-wise in the game. New game. I don't know why I was so hesitant to press that. Oh my god, I've already dropped 612 frames, that is beautiful. A good future for this game.
In Asia,
I'm gonna shut up. Oh my god, stop dropping frames.
The two hottest.
And we're back at the title screen. This is actually a full 12 hours after the last clip. New day, recording at noon because I just didn't have the time to screw around trying to get recording to work that night. Because I just keep dropping frames like freaking crazy. Because my laptop just doesn't, well rather my Dazzle just doesn't like cell shading, so. Probably notice the quality is a little bit lower. That's because I'm trying to sacrifice quality to actually not drop frames like freaking crazy. Anyways. New file I created last night trying to record. Didn't really work out for me.
In Asia, there's a city that cannot be found in any map called Tokyo-to, but everyone just calls it Tokyo. The two hottest things in the streets of Tokyo-to are the punks wearing magnetically driven inline skates powered by newly developed Metrium batteries and Jet Set Radio, a pirate radio station manned by the DJ Professor K that plays nothing but non-stop hardcore music. Those street punks have been named Rudies by the people of Tokyo-to. They roam the streets and cover the city with their personal graffiti, claiming that it is their way of expressing themselves to the world. However, ever since the metropolitan government and the financial conglomerate, the Rokkaku Group, combined their efforts to co-found the 21st Century Project, the streets of Tokyo-to have never been the same again. Police crackdowns on the Rudies have become more severe, and Captain Onishima is more anxious than ever to put them behind bars. The streets of Tokyo-to are ready to explode.
So, Jet Grind Radio as opposed to Jet Set Radio Future, or rather Jet Set Radio, as it is called in the HD version, as it was originally called, is a lot more story-driven. And all of a sudden we're just here with Gum, who has a different colored face, that neck, which bugs the crap out of me. I'm just like watching my frames drop to counter that anxiously. Gotta be all real nice and careful about running up onto that car. So controls for this game are out. They're easier than they were for the Dreamcast. Largely because of the controller, I think. But just dropped plenty of frames, cool. But it's definitely a lot harder than JSRF. There's not nearly as much flow, but you can get used to it. A huge difference, though, something that makes this a lot easier than the original Jet Set Radio on the Dreamcast, is you can use the right stick to move the camera in this version, which none of JSRF had. It makes getting around a lot easier because you can actually rotate the camera while moving, and you don't have to take forever and face a certain direction, get the camera to face that way and all that.
Yeah. Nice.
Overshot that a little bit. So in these do what I do type missions, well, not really missions, but little games, you really only have to get the end result that the other skater, or whatever you want to call him, Rudy, got. It's generally just point A to point B, the way the game's programming works. You don't actually have to follow the same path that they do, although they generally do follow a pretty decent path. Although they do go a bit painfully slow sometimes. Like doing that, actually stopping before spraying the tag, for instance. Take a look at all the signs and stuff you see here. A lot of them are in Japanese, but all the ones that are in English are actually pretty funny. Like, for instance, right up here, it's just lots of typo stuff. Not really typos, but misspellings. The unforgettable fire, for instance. There's one sign that says Kampu Pooters. Ow! Camera still changes when you press left or when you spray something, which can be quite annoying sometimes. But you learn to live with it.
Nice. Yeah. Nice.
Da. I don't think you can actually jump off of that after spraying that tag. I think it just drops you off automatically. I don't know why it is. I always want to try to do that.
Hey you.
And now I was recruiting. And suddenly another person. Yeah, I kind of know that now. Oh, this. So, graffiti in this game is actually a lot more interesting and more fun, I think, than in Jet Set Radio Future. You actually spray tags one part at a time while staying in front of the tag instead of just holding the trigger in front of a couple of circles like in Jet Set Ref. It's also impossible to waste cans, kind of. So I have to follow these gestures, which are actually noticeably easier on the PS3 controller than the Dreamcast, you know, it's a bit slower. Well, there are 3 different difficulty levels of tags, or of tag spraying. Each character follows one of them. I actually prefer the hardest, so I find it the most fun. The medium and hard both follow certain patterns. I just dropped 60 more frames, cool. Now, probably the most useless thing you can do in the game. I'm dropping more frames, awesome. So soon you can actually kind of see what Corn is doing. Or Tab, not Corn. He's actually just holding onto the back of a car and running right on up. If I just stop dropping frames continuously. That's something you can do. You can grab onto the back of cars by holding up when you're behind them. I've been dropping a few hundred straight frames right now, almost 1,000. Awesome. Oh, there we go, it stopped. Stop for a moment, frames. Come on. There we go. I don't know, pausing games also always seems to fix the drop frames problem. But of course, I have my own way of dealing with getting up this hill. It's pretty much the only place where you actually run into the problem of having to get up a hill like this. Freaking steepest hill ever on the road, 60 degrees or whatever. Frames, could you stop dropping, please? Alright, new recording time. Alright, here we are again. Actually just had to recover my Audacity files, or my commentary, because Audacity crashed again when I stopped recording it. It has a knack of doing that. Anyways, so I have a better way of getting up here. You just hitch a ride. Yeah, you lose a little health, and that can happen. But really, I find that to be more productive. Because it's freaking hard to actually grab the back of one of these things. You only need one of these, by the way. It's actually impossible to... What? Okay, I went the wrong way. It's actually impossible to waste cans on a small tag. You can even just run on up here on your own if you want to. There's absolutely no need to actually sketch a car or whatever it's called. Oh, come on. Not hit me, at least let me ride on you. This where it becomes very noticeable that, unlike in Jet Set Radio Future, grinding actually slows you down in this game, and careful not to land on any of these cars too. Grinding actually slows you down, unless you're going downhill, and jumping actually makes you go faster. Whoa.
Nice.
You also don't fall nearly as far before taking fall damage in this game, which is something to note. You can't do consecutive air tricks either, or grind tricks, so you can't use that to save you from taking damage either. Whereas in JSRF, you could fall infinite lengths unscathed if you just kept doing air tricks because of logic. So this game's definitely a lot harder on you than JSRF is, or rather, JSRF is a lot harder on you than this game was, chronologically speaking. Pays to know where the things you're trying to jump on are. It's a little bit hard to see while I'm recording in, or when I'm playing in standard definition instead of high definition like I usually am. Frames, stop dropping.
Nice.
I don't know what I'm going to do with this game when it comes to, or because of how many frames I just keep dropping. I lowered the quality even further a second ago, and it just keeps doing it. Once I start dropping frames, I just can't stop for some reason. I'll just drop. It'll be fine for like 2 minutes, and then I'll just drop 1,000 frames out of nowhere. It's the game. I'm sure it's just the game itself. Just how everything looks. Game hates it. Alright. Stop dropping frames. Everything's going to be looking all weird when the video is slowing down to catch up with the audio. And then I just... Son of a fucking bitch. 1 second. Alright, this is the last thing I'm willing to try here. I actually changed the capture settings to something that I used to do a long time ago. And I increased the... Or I changed the file format a long time ago, increased the quality. But... See, the problem here is it's not actually my computer for the most part. It's actually the colors of the... It's the game itself. If I record anything else, I don't have almost any problems dropping frames. I'm not dropping frames for now, so I'm just gonna couch drop and go with it. But so either the entirety of this Let's Play is gonna look like crap, or I'm just not going to have it. I'm just not going to Let's Play this game. Of course, if you actually see this, then chances are I'm going to follow through and continue the entire Let's Play. But, God, am I annoyed with this whole thing.
Hey out there, this is Tokyo's very own #1 pirate power station, Jet Set Radio!
Let's give us some nice cutscenes, though.
Over the hood, through the streets,
Let's enjoy that,
and
shall
right
we?
into your brain. We're transmitting our signal straight to you. Y'all got your antennas on or what? Yeah, we're riding high on a smooth stream of supersonic sound. And I'm your captain and DJ,
Supersonic sound? Wait, what?
K. Jet Set Radio!
Took me a long to realize that.
3 gangs are fighting for the Tokyo streets. In the west, from Bentencho, the city of the night, we got those high-tech maniacs, those man machines, the noise tanks.
My personal favorite.
In the east, from Koganecho, the city of the sunset, it's that crazy monster mask wearing gang, Poison Jam. And from Shibuya-cho in the south, the city of daylight, it's those troublemaking punks, the GGs. The GG's home turf, Shibuya-cho, was just attacked. Was it Poison Jam? They were talking about spreading out there. Or maybe it was the noise tank, trying to send a system crash through the whole city. Listen up, all you innocent fools out there. Officer Onishima has got some special order Satsu bracelets all ready for you. So, get yourselves to the bathroom and brush those teeth, boys and girls, because a whole load of trouble is heading your way.
God, I love the cutscenes in this game. I don't care for music as much, but got some damn nice songs that I'll listen to anyways. So, interestingly enough, it's always night at one point of Tokyo-to, day in one, and noon at the other. It's not gonna screw up my graffiti or anything like that, though I will say something real quick. Another difference between this game and, or the HD release and the original Dreamcast version is you also, a couple of graffiti are actually changed, about 5 or so. And you also have these graffiti souls labeled B. You get these when you unlock the, well, final character, as you could say. The character that you must unlock all other characters beforehand to unlock. Now also, you also cannot access the web browser from this game anymore as Pot's thing, dog crate, is replaced with network now because it always made sense. Or rather replaced with leaderboards and trophies now. And thus you can't access the internet to download and use your own graffiti anymore, which is quite sad. I'd expect them to add support for that, not remove it. Anyways, just so this video isn't that short, I'm gonna head on and do Shibuya GG. Alright, so I already have the entirety of this Let's Play planned out. I'm going to be getting, aside from graffiti souls, I'm going to be kind of 100%ing it. Not really, I'm not going to be doing any of the Jet X runs, but I'm going to be getting Jet ranks in all of these levels. Another major change, kind of, small change, big difference, in this, from the original Dreamcast release, is that in this version, you can retry levels after completing them, instead of having to, say, reset your Dreamcast. I like how the different rival gangs will actually each drop different things when you run into them. Noise tanks drop the best stuff, of course. I don't know why I say of course to that. And yeah, the Bukaka police are a much larger threat in this game. Not a single level will go by without you running into these guys. So you're stationary when you're spraying graffiti, and at the same time you have to deal with, well, these guys. You have to deal with getting chased freaking everywhere. So you really have to be careful plotting your way through the levels, figuring out how to manage your time and all that. Their appearances are prompted by, or the appearances of different forces and just with Kaisatsu in general are prompted by your spraying of red tags. Now there are also actually other easier, or not easier, but also green tags are optional that we have not run into yet, that one can spray for extra points. We'll get into those later. As I'm going for all Jet ranks, I'll be spraying those plenty. But those will not actually make the police get on your ass any more than they already will be. Which is quite nice, meaning that you want to go for those first. I really like how you have to actually plot out pretty much your entire course throughout a level and be all strategic about the whole ordeal in this game, as opposed to GSRF where you just kind of ran through and sprayed things. Now you can also spray some other Kaisatsu, or rather the leaders, like Onishima. He has a green arrow on his back, that means optional tag. You can run up to him, behind him, and spray him, which will disable him in that area. Now each level is made up of various different areas, and they will only disable them in that one area. You'll still get contact damage from them, but touching them won't mean any problems. So Jet rank, Jet rank, look at that. And no trapped frames, beautiful. Sorry for the suck quality, but
I'm hijacking the airways and terrorizing you with tunes, cause we're gonna turn these dirty streets into one big dance party! Jet Set Radio! Those cats who ransacked Shibuya-cho turned out to be the Love Shockers.
Demoted to extra in GSRF.
And now they're looking to do some breaking of their own. Watch out for these psychos. When you see their heart-shaped graffiti around, you know someone somewhere is crying with a uki uki waku waku feeling. Can the GG save Shibuya-cho from the trap of love, or is it too late?
with that, that'll be the end of this episode of Let's Play Jet Set Radio HD. See you guys next time, where we don't actually have problems to deal with anymore, other than just having to look at this terrible quality. Well, you're the only one who has to do that. Bye, everybody.